are you doing? But that's my point. Hear those, that terminology that is used, that's what we're talking about. You're pacing? James Hinchcliffe is now out of the racetrack.
Graham may have been over that edge there as our driver analyst in his Grove, and we got the defibrillator going. Graham was nearly into the wall several times. Rob Howden was interviewing Connor Daly for a couple of those incidents, and live. Graham was on the
Hey, Angelo. Hello, Dr. Peppermint. Can y'all hear me? Clancy, hello. Michelle, hello. The Real Rainbow, hello. Can y'all hear me? All right. Can you hear me? Hi. Hi, everybody. Hold on. All right. I had my headphones on and I can't get the mic to work. So, hello, everybody. I've been saying hi to for the last 30 seconds. Hello, Kim, Rainbow, Michelle, specifically. I love that name. Hey, Rebecca, Clancy, Michelle. Sorry, Michelle. Glenda, Dr. Peppermint. How are we all today? Clancy, dear thing, how are you? Praying for your grandma, darling. Scotty Potty. I kind of like that. Oh, good, Clancy. I look. She's in my prayers as well as you. My son is a little upset right now. Hey, Misdemeanor. His very favorite Indy driver, James Hinchcliffe. You know, when you get, I don't know if y'all know about the Indy 500, but it's like a 2-week deal. All right, and this weekend is when they qualify and all that. And his driver, James Hinchcliffe, hit the wall and tore his car up. So, Dr. Peppermint, so am I. So am I. That's why I wanted to start this. You know, before I don't know if you've been here, Dr. Peppermint. You know, I was going through. I told my story where I was, you know, going through menopause, going through, you know, midlife crisis, and yes, specifically he did. They might be. I think they can get another car up there, so I'm not going to really worry about it. Oh, the new car's on the track right now. I'm so sorry. But I told my own story, which is that I didn't know that if you, you know, menopause brought out, you know, changed, you know, the symptoms or your symptoms of bipolar, what have you. Now I do. Well, but you know what? And you know what, Rebecca? I probably should have titled this differently, and probably next week I will. I'll title it differently from bipolar to just general, you know, anxiety disorders, any kind of. And I don't like to use mental illness. I hate that. He what? I hate using the phrase mental illness. You know, it's, and I always compare diabetes with being bipolar. You don't call someone with diabetes, you know, pancreatic, you know, pancreatic illness. It's, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, unfortunately, till we figure out a better word for it or better phrase for it. But I think next week I'm just gonna kind of, because there's a lot of people that have you know, have bipolar, have Rebecca's got a brain injury, anxiety, depression, just, you know, general depression that, you know, kind of gets lost in the fray of things. Well, yeah, well, you know, no, I'm not bipolar. I'm just depressed. Well, no, it's just nothing. That's you know, that's something you got to deal with. And I want to start taking this. Hey, Alley Cat, I want to start taking these stigmas out of the words, because, you know, I hate that there's probably more of us than there are anybody else. You know, I don't even, you know, I hate to keep bringing her up, but like when truthfully Trisha, goes over on her stream and acts a damn fool and blames it on being bipolar, I want to reach to the screen and slap her in her face. That's not the face of, bipolar. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. And hey, Sean, it just God, it pisses me off. There is no face to bipolar. We're all the faces of bipolar. Bipolar is doing, like I said, taking your medicine, doing what you got to do. OCD, well, there you go, Michelle. Anxiety, I have it horribly. I really have it horribly. And it triggers depression. And like I said, it's all looked down upon, even though I would say the people who fuss about the most or make fun of you the most about it probably have it as well and just aren't comfortable with it. Hi, Courtney. Yes, it is, Courtney, because we've got to, if you love somebody with bipolar, it's hard to do when things are going wrong, when the right medicines are not being taken, or you have a change. Bipolar is always changing. Mental illness is always changing. It's not. It's like a sliding scale where I had a really good day today, or I had a really shitty day today. It's hey Lisa, um, and I don't like the stigma. Right, Scotty? Well, there you go. Now, I have shared a while back, Scotty, because I don't know, I don't think I've seen you here before, but welcome. Hey, look at little Morgan. Hello. When I realized that my cocktail of meds weren't working in the way they were supposed to, um, I made the appointment, went to my doctor. He made me an appointment with the psychiatrist, talked to the psychiatrist, and set up the counseling and set up the hey Trisha, um, set up the meds and whatever. Um, oh, you do remember that? All right, Sky, thank you. I'm sorry I didn't remember you. I was don't hold it against me. I'm very old. Um, so the medicine that he wanted to switch it up, my medicines. He wanted me to stay what I was on, but he wanted to add another medication. And if y'all remember, I was scared to death. And I've never said what that medication is. Hey, Lynn, but it was lithium. And that's got a stigma as well. That medication has got a stigma attached to it. And I was in full 100%. I thought, oh my God, does he think am I that bad? That I have to be on lithium and you're not bipolar, but oh well, Ginger, this is gonna be for anyone with just depression or anything. I need to change the title. Hey, Black Cat Lover. Next week I'll change the title to be all inclusive. But anyway, I did not want to take the lithium. I thought, well, one thing, when you take another medicine, you don't know what you're going to do. You don't know what's going to happen. Um, but I ended up taking it, and I am I feel like it's working. Uh, hey, run around. Hey, honey toad. When if you are bipolar and you have those manic or mania days, that doesn't mean, people, that we run up and down the road with no clothes on because we're at such a good. Generally, it means we get hyper focused on something, and we really get to work on it. Like it's, hey Harvey, it's when the psychiatrist asked me about my manic days, I'm like, I'm getting stuff done. They are good days, because you are getting stuff done. And it'll be a week of just slapping. You're just getting workout left, right, and center, and cleaning, and then you come off of it, and you're normal. what people, that's the dumbest word I've ever heard in my life, but normal. Um, and then you can, the next couple days be very depressed about something. Uh, yeah, there's no, hey, little mama. Yeah, then you crash. Exactly. Exactly, Dr. Peppermint. You really do. You crash. And then some people have spent money, that they didn't have. Some people have I know that uh they can go and be having wild sex with people. I mean, it's just a lot of different manias. But when you look at them, you're like, when you're in a mania and you're you are getting shit done. This is a good day. Shannon, you even sound different. Do I? Well, thank you, Ginger. I feel more focused. Um, and I look, there ain't nothing wrong with having to go get your meds, worked on. It's nothing wrong with that. Um, I always talk about putting in the work where you have to take the medicine every day. You you know, right now I've got to go to therapy. That's putting in the work. Now you might be at a spot where your medicines are working, you don't really need a counselor, you kind of worked it out, and that's fine. But like life changes all the time. As I don't know why I'm telling y'all know life changes all the time, and so do your needs. Um, you might need a therapist when something happens. You might need to have your medicine twerked. Oh, thank you, Rainbow. Thank you for coming. Sometimes bipolar people feel they fixed. Yes, with the medicine they stop. They do. Hey, Sean. Um, do you think so, Sean? You're like, uh, because I believe that's true. I would believe that weather would do that. I mean, now that summer's here, you can get out and do things, and you're just kind of happier. And then in the winter, you're in kind of dark and dreary. So I can imagine there's so many things that affect it that we couldn't talk about it in one setting. There are so many things that affect it, and people in our life. Sometimes when we meet new people, we're scared to tell them. Or even, I'm married, and my husband doesn't generally understand a lot about it. He's learned over the last 17 years, but he can't really, he tries. Let's put it that way. He tries. When I decided I needed to go get, looked at because these meds weren't right, um, he was behind me. And then when they gave me another medicine, he was like, good God. Now, he wasn't being mean. He didn't, I know what he meant. Hey, Cindy, my doctor added 2 mood stabilizers to my depression meds. So far, it's helping. Great, Cindy, great. Um, but I came in with another thing of medicine. He was like, good God. Yeah, I know. He, like I said, he did. I knew what he meant. And um, he could see the fear, this, lithium, that is a big stigma. And, but hey, it's worked. So I'm happy now. Um, and like I've told y'all, you have all seen me. I'm in the kumbaya mood. I don't, you know, doesn't mean I don't get mad. I got mad the other day. I think most of y'all heard it. I got angry the other day. Uh, you should have blood monitoring. Absolutely, peppermint stops. In fact, I was supposed to go last week. I have a blood order. I could just go to my doctor and have my blood taken. And I didn't do it all week like a big dummy. So I'm gonna have to do it Monday for sure. Yeah, you always have to be monitored. Liver and kidneys. It's always, I hate reading the damn side effects, But like retaining fluid is one for lithium, which is what I'm gonna blame all my fat on. That I'm just retaining fluid. If anybody would like to come up and talk about this, I will gladly send you a link. But if you're whatever you're comfortable with, whatever you're comfortable with. Funny, I just had a deep conversation with my 18-year-old daughter today about this very subject. Yeah, did you, Lynn? Yeah. Well, I had to look up. I think my 24-year-old daughter is bipolar. Um, and unfortunately, she's one that thinks she can handle it. Um, and I just have to. I tell her what I need. Lacey, lithium is dangerous. I have. Your kidneys, Lacey, from lithium? When they put my grandfather on lithium, he for his bipolar, the Air Force forced him. Well, see, this is like a big stigma, you know, drug. And good job, we're not allowed to have guns in this country. But if there's the permanent damage, Lacey, to your kidneys, because that's what he told me that's what they monitor with lithium is the kidney. Hi, Mindy, you sweet thing. Mindy, your hauls are pretty amazing. Um, humor has a good thing for me when I take action for sympathy. My husband teases me when I do get slower. Yeah. No, look, in life, you have to have humor, all right? Because if you don't, it's just, you're gonna jump off a roof, you know. Um, it's like I said, I hate the stigma. I hate the phrase mental illness, um, because it sounds incurable. I guess I don't know why I don't like it. I just don't like it. I don't like it when people use it for bad behavior, and if you know, I've had friends that were bipolar and they wouldn't take their medicine and act, well, it's because I got bipolar. No, 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 no. It's because you don't take your medicine for bipolar. Some people just like drama. Um, and that's like when you are the friend of someone with bipolar, it's hard. Your new psychiatrist is an infantry veteran and he gets it. He started me on 2 new meds, have never, oh, okay. I'm on I can't pronounce it, Harvey. I'll tell you, let me whip out my stuff and I'll tell y'all what I'm on. I'll tell you because I don't really care. Um, all right, I am on basically Seroquel. It's Seroquel, and this is all you haters take notes. Seroquel, and it is 300 milligrams twice a day. I'm not done. Wait a minute. um, Put that right there. I gotta dig them out. I am on Paxil, 40 milligrams one time a day. I am on lithium. Let's see. Oh, is that 300 milligrams? 300 milligrams twice a day. And I'm on a Klonopin. I'm on 1.5 Klonopin. So I'll take the whole one at night and I will take the half one midday, maybe around 4 or 5ish, something like that. So that's my medicine. Hello, Penny. I'm bipolar, and I admitted it. To admit it, I take several meds for it. I take Seroquel too, and there's a huge stigma when it comes. Yes, there is, Penny. This is why. Look, this is why I'm doing this. I'm gonna tell you. I'll be transparent. That is what I take. All right. Um, every single day, that's what I take. Um, so that, and I'm seeing y'all. You take Paxil, you take, Seroquel, whatever. to know. I need it. We all need to know that we're here and we're sharing the same experience, and uh we got to just. I used to hate to tell people I was bipolar because one, it never comes up into conversation. Well, it will, I guess. Shannon, you're going to need some help. People on well, um, I want y'all to know we're all in the same boat. And because we don't talk about it, we don't know that we're all in the same boat. So we're sitting in the boat right now talking about it. Shannon, my best friend is bipolar and is going through menopause. She will only treat it naturally, and it's not working, Kim. It's not going to work. This is, again, I'm entering menopause, that crazy menopause where it's not quite done, and it absolutely changed everything I'd been taking for 10 years. It wasn't working anymore because we have and men have dips in hormone too, but menopause for us, even when you're on your period and you're bipolar, it messes with it because the hormones are increasing. Now when you are going through menopause, your hormones are decreasing, and serotonin and what all that is a hormone. All right, so everything gets out of whack. And I love that she wants to treat it naturally, but if she wants any success, she just can't. She just can't. It's too much physically. If you just went through menopause physically, it's almost too much for a woman's body. But when you add in that bipolar, it's really gonna be horrible. I'm trying to read all your stuff. Yep, Dr. Common, especially if it was legalized, marijuana would help people. See, that's where my 24-year-old daughter believes that smoking pot will or has helped her. Um, yeah, I guess, to some degree, but I can't pronounce that. 600 milligram here, and not ashamed of it. I love Scotty Bodies. Not ashamed. We don't need to be ashamed of any of it. We're going and taking our meds and we're getting help and we're doing the work. Why are we? What the hell are we scared of? We're putting in the damn work, and we're taking our meds and we're living our life, right? So sometimes I want to. I mean, I want to make a shirt. I really do. I don't know how. If I can figure out Teespring, I'll make one. Just because, yeah. You know what I want it to say? I want it to say this: I'm bipolar. What's your superpower? That's what I want it to say. That would be effing hilarious to me. I'm bipolar. What's your superpower? All right, because it is a real bugger, Lynn. It really is. And it takes so long for a woman. It takes so long to get it going and get it. You know what I'm saying? It just takes forever. It's like it's horrible. But like I said, men have dips in hormones too, so they're affected as well. Nobody's hormones stay the same. Shame I don't smoke anymore. I could get some medical. You well, Harvey. My the older my daughter gets, she's 24. Okay, she's 24. I can't dictate what she does anymore. She's her own woman. She has a job. She moved to Kansas City with her friends. She's not even in my town. But she's terribly successful on Twitch. She has her own gaming channel. She's always going to conventions and meetups and stuff like that. So I mean, her life's working out. She's got to do what she's got to do, and I got to do what I got to do. Hey, Kyle. I've been on so many med trials throughout my childhood. Well, yeah, during childhood, and Kyle, bless your heart, because we all know that children and uh, antidepressants or whatever, it can really go south really quick. You think you're great? No, Susan, you're just you know. Like here's the thing. There's a part of my personality, and it's a part of everybody's personality. I'm going to be an asshole, okay? Probably, well, let's see. Before I started, realizing this shit wasn't going to happen, I was probably an asshole about 4 or 5 times a week. And nobody, I mean, I hated it. All right. I hated it. I didn't like getting mad. I didn't like, but it was a release. Whoever I was yelling at, I wasn't mad at them. I'm mad in general, and they just happen to be the ones that hit me that day. All right, so in the last couple of months, I don't mean to make this about you because it's about everybody, but I'm just trying to share my experience. I've taken the medicine. I realized that I don't have to be an asshole, and people react to me because I was an asshole, and you know what I'm saying? Um, And so a lot of people that I like, I apologize to Rick on the porch for, saying whatever said about him. I've made up with people um, for me, for me. Now, am I going to never be an asshole again? Well, we found out this week, no, that's not at all going to happen. I'm still going to be, an asshole. That's some of its personality. But it's not driven. It's not driven by anger that is not trying to think. It's if I would yell at people, and raise hell and all that, I was angry, not at them. I was just angry. So I've had to let that go. It's easier just to let it go. Um, when you know what I was curious about, Shannon. I had a complete hysterectomy at 22 years old, and it threw me into menopause. But I swear I'm going through it again. Well, Cindy, a woman's body. Can we figure this shit out? No, we can't. Hey, Mama Beth, can we figure? I don't. Men can't figure out the strongest minds in medicine can't figure out a woman's body. We have no chance. So I hope it clears up. I hope it. I don't know. That's so crazy. Um, let's see. I have recurrent depression, anxiety disorder, panic attacks, and PTSD. I'm a survivor of an attempted homicide. Wow, Nancy. And you take that, no, I can't pronounce it. I wish I could, but y'all can see Nancy. That's bless you. And I mean, damn it, they keep knocking you down and you keep getting back up. That's what I like. That's what I like about being bipolar. We get knocked down and we just pop right the hell back up. Uh, it's used against us if we're angry or whatever. It's used against us. Uh, blah blah blah. you know, hell with y'all. We are so we have to take back this word and make it like I said, I'm telling you, the shirt is going to be I'm bipolar. What's your superpower? That's what I want to get. Um, I would work it on that tonight, and I would wear it everywhere. Uh, because there's so many of us out there, and we don't know. Like I said, if we don't talk about the medicine we're on, our experiences, we don't know because we're not gonna, hey, I'm gonna log on and go into so and so's chat and say I'm bipolar. It doesn't. Well, you can come to mine and do it. You can come to mine and do it. But you have to keep different meds. Exactly, exactly. Now and I think all of us know when you're first diagnosed, they throw what maybe Paxil at you. They They provide the tried and true. And then if that doesn't work for you and you know it's not working for you straight off, but they make you take it for like a week. And oh, Lacey, yes. And so it's so hard to get on the right meds. It's a hit and miss. And we end up, the patient ends up really, you're fouled up when something doesn't work. Then they say, well, wait till it gets into your system. And then we have to get it out of your system before we could try something else. It's probably the worst part of being bipolar. But when they give you that right medicine, the sun comes out, right? The birds are chirping. Um, and you're like, thank God. But a lot of people don't hang on. Hey, Glenda. Hey, Angelo. A lot of people don't hold on to that. Right? Well, Lori, Bill, exactly. Some side effects are all. There's just a lot of reasons why certain medicines don't work for certain people, and how the trial and error. And it's not the doctor's fault. It's just the nature of the beast. We try something, let it get in your system, then get out of your system, then let's do something else. And you really are thinking to yourself, oh my God, I'm so crazy. There's no medicine, or, there's no medicine strong enough. You really believe that. Um, and then, like I said, you get it, you get the right medicine, it's doing good. I suffer from CPTSD. To several severe physical, sexual, emotional abuse all during my childhood in my adopted family. I'm a survivor by the grace of God. Yes, you are, Scotty. Yes, you are. Um, and you know what, Scotty? Your story is important. Um, Hold on, my daughter is that in the back screaming. Sorry, I'm not going anywhere. I'm speaking. What? I can. I'm on. I'm live. What did you do? Yeah. All right, don't get too much water on that patio. Don't put a lot of water on that patio. All right. Oh, she's working outside. My 13-year-old. My grandsons and my daughter and my grandsons were here. They came over like at 12, and they just left a little while ago right before I went live. So they were in the backyard mulling over. Hey, Lady 20, Lady 420. Outside in the backyard, I don't know doing what. I don't even want to go look. And then I've got my son who is absolutely devastated that James Hinchcliffe hit the wall, but worried on he is on the plane. But Scotty, people need to hear your story. This is why I always say, when you go to sub somebody, and everybody sub up to everybody. Oh, I don't really have a channel. Yeah, well, one day you might want to. One day you might want to. There are more people that come forward and say, here's what I'm dealing with. Here's what I've dealt with. You are shocked at the people that come out who have experienced the things just like you. And it strikes up a conversation, and then it starts into a movement. And then all of a sudden, you're not ashamed to say, I'm bipolar, or I'm this, or I'm that, or whatever. Um, but I think, yeah, it's what hey, Willow Love, how are you? One thing I hate about the medication is the weight gain, Lacey. Yes, this Seroquel, I probably gained, I know, 70, 80 pounds from the Seroquel. Um, and I hate it. And I mean, I'm trying to get it a little bit more active. I'm trying to, not only take the medicine, like I said, but, getting outside, getting some exercise, having a project with my garden's the project, something that I can enjoy that, hey, Susan. And I always think, well, that'll knock some of the weight off. weight off. I don't. Yeah, the weight gain is horrible. I will 100% agree with you on that. It really is. Um, hi Shannon. Oh, hi, it was Shannon Marie. Where's Shannon Marie? Hello, Shannon Marie. Um, yes, Sarah Crow's a lot of weight gain for me. Yes, Susan. Um, and so then you have to decide: do I want to be healthy physically or healthy mentally? And I want both. So it's really my fat ass not getting out and doing anything, you know. Oh, you gained 50 the first year? Yeah. Oh, there you are. Um, God, the boys got so, you know, gained over 40, you no longer like oh, see, all right, so we now can agree. John Orr, I'm live. People don't care. Well, one person actually did really care about him. This kid's obsessed, okay? Scarlet Rose, nobody does. Please keep an eye on your blood sugar, your blood work. Yeah, and to see Mama Beth knows this stuff. You take 100 million of Seroquel at night. I have to take 300 twice a day, Lacey. So I mean, I'm like the Stay Push Marshmallow Man. Honestly, honestly. But yeah, Beth is right. The side effects, you know, make sure your doctor is monitoring that. And if you look it up and read something and you haven't had your blood work done in a bit, then you, yeah, I know, Susan, right? They really do. And you don't think it's being monitored correctly, you can go ask. Oh, specifically obscure says, tell him Hinchtown is one of my favorites too. Did you hear? He's got his headphones in, his earbuds. Yeah, for Christmas, specifically, I had to get him a well, Santa Claus. No, he doesn't. We got him a Canadian flag, Hinch's jersey, a hat, Wiccans. I'm sure. Hey, Sophia, we are big fans of Robert Wickens, and if y'all know, Robert Wickens had a horrible wreck last year and was had a spinal cord injury, and he's still recovering, and he's amazing. And so, you know what we got here. It's you can't believe it. I mean, he loves Hinchcliffe, and you know what's so funny is when he liked him before he was on Dancing with the Stars, right? You remember when he was on Dancing with the Stars? And every time he would go to dance, I'd have to go get the boy. And so now we think that Wickens, once he when Robert Wickens recoups and regains all of his strength, he's got to go now. He's got to go to Dancing with the Stars too. Anyway, I'm an RN, work executive general, geriatric psych. Oh no, no, I can't leave the house. So you have agoraphobia. There's a lot of us of people on YouTube that have agoraphobia, and this is literally their only out. Yeah, I'm not American. There's a lot of people with agoraphobia here, and this is their outlet. This is their social, you know, this is what their social life. And I always try to be, you know, I didn't before. I know because people like variety, right? So like if I did a stream screaming and hollering about somebody, you know, it's fun. It's probably fun for them. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, Lynn, you're welcome. And we're gonna do one next week, and it's gonna be all inclusive. Of this. Thank you, Susan. Kiss, kiss to you and hugs. We're just gonna do it all inclusive. So, you know, it's not just bipolar. We want everybody in the boat. We have a big boat with lots of room. Um, yeah, really. I only leave the house once a week to go to the store, and I'm not saying. Um, and I know in the middle of grief. and grieving, which is another aspect that doesn't help anything. Where you wouldn't want to go out because you didn't want to see somebody come up and say, "Oh, I'm so sorry. How are you?" You didn't want to deal with it. You didn't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. Even though they're being very nice, I don't want to deal with it. Um, and is that a mental illness? No, it's not. It's mental fatigue. It's whatever. But I mean, I think a lot of people going through grief can probably identify with that. You don't want to go out because you don't want to see these people. You don't want them to come up to you, and you're mad because the world has kept turning. The world has kept turning. What are these people doing out at the mall or at the store? Don't you realize what just happened? And it doesn't go away. Just like grief, you don't get over grief in a month or two. It's hard. It's really hard. You're just pissed off. And that's, I guess, when you get through that part of it. I was also housebound for several years. A lot of, like I said, a lot of people were or are. Well, Susan, you can be fun again. That is at the one of the main reasons our RV drive starts soon, Shannon. Anxiety and PTSD, death, destruction. It's part. Yeah. Um, Life comes at you fast, and it delivers you some low blows, as we all know, and it ain't fair, but it's life. I mean, I hate to say that, but and it's hard to work through it. It's hard to understand what's going on, and if you add a diagnosis on top of it, like mental, like bipolar or anxiety disorder, depression disorder, then it comes at you and it comes at you and it rolls over you. It doesn't knock you down; it rolls over you flat. You can't move. You're done. Um, so I've tried to be like every time I see a name, all right, and I know y'all are people. You don't get me wrong, but you're people, and I have learned to like I empathize. I guess is what it is. I don't know. I mean, I act like when I read people's names, I act like, all right, I don't know. I've lost my train of thought. I can't spit it out. I can't find the words. I can't find the words. Angela's doing some great things with it, though. Absolutely. Susan Brown, can I tell you that if turning 40 busted your bubble, wait till you turn 50 like I did last summer, July 4th. So that means I will be turning 51. Shannon, were you diagnosed after? Um, Here's the thing, Kim, with that, and that's an important question. When I looked at my medical records, all right, like recently when I was at my doctor, just for like a checkup, yeah, and that diagnosis was on the top of my paper. I don't know when it showed up there. I don't know who did it. Um, I would probably say yes. Yes, I was, but I don't really know when I got that. Um, I know that I don't know. This is another reason why I went to a psychiatrist because I don't know how it got there. Nobody ever talked to me about it. Um, it was like bipolar and anxiety disorder, blah blah blah. Well, when did that happen? Uh, I can remember getting Seroquel. All right, so yes, I was Kim because they added Seroquel into the mix afterwards. So yes, I'm trying to think back, but yeah. So I was diagnosed from somebody, I don't know who, but I'm gonna find out, or I'm gonna. So yeah, that's when they added Seroquel to the mix, and I don't even know if it fucking helped, because you're so devastated. You don't even There's nothing they can give you. Shannon, you're so funny. What can I say to idiots who look up and down, look me up and down? What happened to you? Oh yeah, Scarlett. I had to go to my high school reunion a couple years ago, and I'm like, oh my god, can I just stop taking this medicine for a couple bucks, knowing that I can't do that, because then I probably would have been in jail and been able to go. Yeah, Kim. So they added Seroquel afterwards, and so I was already taking Paxil, so I would imagine I was diagnosed before, but I don't know. I don't know. That's one thing that really upset me, is I needed to know where this came from. Um, who did it? Why didn't somebody talk to me about it? Why didn't somebody? I mean, I know there's no pamphlet, or there might be. Fuck, I don't know. There might be a pamphlet they hand you and say, "You're bipolar. Welcome." But I didn't get the pamphlet, so I didn't get the pamphlet. I didn't even get them saying that it happened. So I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I've been depressed all my whole life, so the I've been depressed since I was going to psychiatrist since I was 8 or younger, around 8. Um, and like I said, it was somewhere along the way. I don't know when. Nobody talked to me about it. Um, I grew up with it before as a young adult, and I was appropriately tested. Yeah, well, that you're lucky. You're lucky because, all right, a lot of parents don't want to have their child diagnosed with that because of the stigma. Um, they don't. They like to think that they've raised the perfect child. What did they haven't done anything wrong? And whatnot. So sometimes it's a scary diagnosis. People don't want it, but it is what it is. As long as we all work, talk about it around, your own.
I can't hear you. Go away.
Oh, okay. Well, he's very upset about Hinchcliffe, so why don't you just go take a shower? Uh, um, my mama told me to. You want a child? Well, like I said, they don't want anything wrong with Junior. And the problem is when Junior or Juniorette go off to college, they are in a stressful situation that they are mentally not equipped, because it's a lot of pressure, a lot of anxiety, a lot of this and that. And these kids are out there floundering on their own because their parents haven't wanted to properly get them diagnosed and medicated. And that's just a fact. Not to mention, like schizophrenia and it's more prevalent for men than it is women. I think I read, and it shows up between like 18 to 20 some. Well, that's when you're in college. Away from you, you're not at home. They're not watching. They're not, used to go constantly, and suddenly couldn't walk into the store and barely leave my house. Took medicine at work and made me only grandson graduate, scared me to death. But you did it. See, you did it. That's the story. You did it. Thank God you did it. Um, we're in this house. Any progress to a problem, I don't care how small it is. Any forward motion is a win here. All right. I mean, um, and that's the way I am in life. Anybody that makes forward motion in their life, they're going forward. That's a win. So Lori, that was a win. Um, and good for you. And I bet your grandson was happy. I had to be there, but in secret, my mom wouldn't take me. There you go, Nancy and Peppermint Stops taught me this. A lot of parents are not doing it. I was told I had childhood schizophrenia disorder when I was 7 because I would disassociate, but it was all the trauma that you knew. Okay. Kyle, your story is important too, and I wish one day you would tell it. Um, I really adore Kyle. I always have. He is becoming, when he first on the scene, he, and I know people think he's 68 with with dentures, right? Um, he was like an open book. He would ask questions. He had a bevy of adults at his disposal, and he would ask questions, and he didn't care, what it sounded like or what people said. And now he's become slowly a little Buddha, where he's full of wisdom, um, and uh, we'll see, wisdom and empathy and whatnot. He's like a little Buddha. And I'm not saying you're fat, Kyle, because I don't know what you look like, but you're like a little Buddha. You've really come a long way. I've watched you come a really long way. Hey, Michaela. Shannon, there's a thing worse than to suffer from depression, PTSD, and panic attacks, or to have people say, oh, yes. Yes, Michaela, that's why we're going to take this word back. We're going to take this stigma back. All right. It's not, we have to say that's not going to work anymore. Be more creative. Uh, in fact, we could make shirts for everything. I have anxiety disorder. What's your superpower? I have OCD. I have PTSD. We can throw diagnosis on shirts all day long and, um, take it back. Take the word back. I'm not going to let you talk about me like that in a bad way. Especially when people don't realize we put in a lot of work to sustain ourselves. You're crazy. Well, no, I'm only crazy when I don't take my fucking medicine. Do you want me to not take my medicine and see? You'll see the difference. No, we're not. And it's crazy we have to do that, but that's just what we got to do. I hate it, but we're gonna get these shirts done, people. I don't care. We're gonna get them done, and we will donate the money to I don't know who. We'll figure it out. But we're gonna have. I'll have every damn diagnosis there is on these shirts, and say, "Oh, what's your superpower?" Um, for real. I'm sick of it, and I'm not. We're just not gonna do it anymore. We're not gonna do it anymore. Kyle, bless your heart. Bless your heart. Grammy had passed away. Oh, Susan. They're not on top of the dresser. Well, look around the dresser. They gotta be. My daughter's been working in the backyard, and she needs to have a good shower because she's gross right now. What is everybody having for dinner? I'm having, um, I'm having Stouffer's lasagna because I ain't making a real lasagna. That's not happening. I'm gonna have a delightful spinach salad with steamed corn on the cob, freshly cut off the cob, red onion, sorry, um, sliced grape tomatoes, and cucumber. Um, and in the freezer, I have assorted Nutty Buddies. It's true. I'm going right for it. My thing to lose 100 pounds before my vacation on July 23rd. It's not looking like it's gonna happen. Because I'm not gonna stop eating these things. That's all I'm saying. Choose the rooms. Kind of suggested your spiritual time with your daddy today. Hey, bye, Kim. Love you, Kim. Have a great night, okay? Have a great night. Sure you can, Cindy. Yes, yes, yes. And I think I'm going to go on and end it. We've been here for an hour. Dance challenge. Okay. Mama Bear's trying to get me break a hip. If y'all don't watch Mama Bear, you don't. I'm not on your Twitter. Shan681 on Twitter. And I put a picture. I put a video up of this dance group from Britain's Got Talent, and they were amazing, right? And I said, me and my son are working on this. We're going to do this at our vacation talent show. We're pretty sure we can nail it. These kids was flipping, and I mean, and so Mama Beth said, if I dance and do one flip, she will donate $100, and we decided the $100 would be to Wounded Warrior. All right. And so we set a date. I mean, and she said I could use anything. I could use a ladder, a rope, whatever. I plan on using a diving board. Um, uh, and we made it. My birthday is July 4th, so I'll be at my daughter's at her pool, and we are. Oh my God, get that. All right. Well, there we go. It's a it's we want it to become a movement. You know, we want it to become a movement. We want it to I can be completely humiliated. Being at my daughter's pool when I'm 700 pounds, dancing and flipping. So more information on Mama Beth's Twitter for that. But if we could get this going, we might give some money over to just a good charity. And I probably won't break a hip, but if I do, fuck it, it'll be all right. Anyway, I love you all very much, and thank y'all for coming. And next week, it's going to be all inclusive. Uh, all inclusive mental wellnesses. Okay, so 4 o'clock. Look for me to start. I'll give reminders all week. Um, I love you all for showing up. I'm with you all. We're all in this together. And there's worse boats to be in than the one we're in. So we have each other. You like and sub to each other. Become buddies. If you need someone to talk to, you can grab me. You can grab, whoever. Let's just make this a very positive and safe place to be. All right. Love you guys. All right, now I've got to this lasagna. I mean, put it in the oven. I ain't making no damn lasagna. Crazy as hell. All right, I love you. I love you all. Bye.